Uh, Jonathan, if you can hear me, you got YouTube in here.
Yes, we do.
Let's give everybody a couple more minutes. I think everybody's getting caught up with themselves.
Connection lost.
All right, let's get started, folks. The Weekend Profit Club trade is going to go out, Tanya, in the last 30 minutes of trading. When we take our pause in here to go to a live market, that's when we'll put it out. All right, well, let's get started. And first of all, there's risk involved in trading, as we all know, and past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, the market right now has broken the three-day algo. It's down about, I guess, close to 5% for the week. You've got crude oil that dropped below 70. I think that's significant. It's 68 right now. And then you've got bonds breaking to north side with TLT. This morning in my TNT, I posted a short on Google. Did everybody see that this morning in TNT? The short I put on Google. I put an S there to say short it. That's my code. My pivot number today was 55.15. It's right at the very. Laura, are you in TNT? Are you in TNT? Okay, go back and scroll to the top where I post the the overnight markets, and then I post the pivot number, and then my my magic 5. If you see me put an S in parentheses, that means go short. We went through all that in the beginning. I guess we need Jonathan. That reminds me, probably need to go through all the valuable stuff that we're posting in there where they can read our shorthand, because that was a heck of a short. It dropped. I got short early this morning and stayed short all day, and then I covered. So I felt good about that. Market's under pressure. I'm not totally surprised it's under this kind of pressure, but the way it's done it has been sort of like, have you noticed it hadn't had the big short covering rally today? Did y'all notice that? We came down, we leveled out, and then we went lower again. Okay. That's probably a sign we're going lower next week. Now, if you look at the first 3 days, what are they telling us? The 3-day low was 54.90 on the S&P. Now, I've taught this, I guess, no less than 10 times, but what does 54.90 tell you as a trader when you break the 3-day low? About the S&P falling that way. What does it tell you? That's right, it's bearish. When the NASDAQ broke the 3-day low at 188.25, it's currently 185. What does that tell you? The crude oil futures is below its 3-day low. That's bearish. Gold futures are in between. They're currently about 25, 22. That makes what the strategy I'm going to share with you today even more valuable. Dropped 25 bucks today and I gained money on my gold. Okay. Silver in the middle. Bond, you can see bond right there is breaking out. That tells you TLT is going to go higher. If you look at TLT, in the pre-market went up, I posted in there, I'm going long TLT. I don't know if you saw that, but that was in TNT. I posted that also, but look at it. 99.68. Jonathan, what was off the top of your head? Do you remember what the high of the day was for TLT?
I do not, but I'm going to tell you real quick. 100.78.
Yeah, I told people in the morning I was going long TLT, but that gives you some idea the value of that information in the morning. XLK, if you look at XLK, the 3-day low is 207. We're definitely bearish in the tech sector. And NVIDIA's 3-day low is 104. And so we're pretty bearish there too. So you got a market right now that is telling you do not be long, play it to the short side. Okay, that's what the market's telling you going into the weekend. Okay, any questions about that analysis? All right. I would print off this slide here. It's very helpful. This is what this slide would have done. Okay. Next slide. It would have told you, don't be long. That's the value of our work. That's on S&P 500 also. Next. Don't be long NASDAQ stocks. Next. Don't be long to QQQ. Next. Be long TLT. Be short XLK. Be short NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA. That's the value of what we do. Now, let me take you from the big picture for the week to the power of reference bars. And if you don't know what reference bars is, studying over the weekend, this is totally free to you. DTItrader.com/WP. It will help you. All right, what are they? 30-minute bar candles that we place at key times throughout the day. They got us through that 24-hour market. So here's how you use that. You take those numbers off the big picture I just gave you and apply the reference bars to those numbers starting Sunday night. Does everybody understand? You go from that big picture look, which is bearish, to the short term look, which is Sunday night. Okay. Starts at 6 o'clock. Our key numbers come from that. It helps us with our market timing, and it helps provide clarity to our intraday market analysis. Here's the times that are important in the 24-hour market. During the day, I call it the 10, 12, 2, 9:30 to 2, 10, 12, 2. And of course, you got the closing bell. It's about to come up in about 15 minutes. But that sort of guides you from bar to bar or from region to region. Very logical, but it works, folks. Learn it. Okay? Simple pattern. I got a great question here. Who is that? It shows up as iPhone. Who? That's a great question you asked. I want to read it to everybody and answer it. Tell me who I'm talking to. It starts out, I don't go short, which is probably wrong. Okay, Mark, it is wrong, but it's okay if you don't want to be short. But what you don't want to do is buy into a market when you see a short-term setup. You want to let it go bullish. Now, what would make the market bullish? Well, the first thing that would make the market bullish, write this down, getting back above the monthly open for the S&P. Does everybody know where the monthly open is, the S&P? I'll have Jonathan post the monthly open inside this trade room. But you don't want to be long until we get back above that number. And he'll post that in there, okay? 56.56. Well, the S&P is 54.25. This market is very, very bearish right now, and you don't want to be buying things. Not to go up, okay? Maybe the SQQQ though, huh? We'll talk about that. But anyway, if you look there, you got a pop there. That's a bullish signal. And then when the stop goes, or when it goes below that line, there, you get out, okay? Does everybody understand that simple setup? The blue bar and the bar after the blue bar for that time zone, you got to pay attention. And Mark, if you'll learn it this way, you'll be a lot better long-term investor. This is today's action with reference bars. Let's talk about it. Last night, we opened about 55.05. What did we have today that was going to keep the market sideways until that event occurred? Anybody remember the news we had this morning? It was a big news item. Jobs report came out. It came out at 7:30. It's reflected there. If you look at the market where it went to 55.35, question for everybody. Did we break above that or below that after the first 30 minutes? So the one insight that you take away today, look for that bar. That would have saved you a bunch of money as the market fell lower, lower, and lower throughout the day. The next time you'd look at it there at Genesis, which is that second white bar. Did we ever get higher in Genesis today? That's the question. Did we ever get high? No. Now the next bar, the controlling bar coming into the closing bell was RB4. And that high, I don't know what that high is, but we haven't been higher than that either, have we? So there's no reason to think things are cheap. Okay. And that's what this helps you. Tell me if you're new or you've been listening to me for a while that you understand the power of these reference bars now after me going through the day. Well, everybody else out there is trying to figure out what's going on. We know how to play the market because of what's happening right there in front of you. Follow those reference bars. Write that down. I put it on my computer. Okay. Follow those reference bars. Okay. Next slide. Now, what if you use this? Okay. What if you use this for a commodity like gold? Okay. Everybody see that? See that RB3 bar up there? See that RB3? Right there. Everybody see that bar right there? It went higher, didn't it? Right there. Did stay up. How many of you would like to learn, seeing a pattern like that, how to own a spread with zero invested? Anybody want to learn that? That's pretty cool if you could learn that, couldn't you? On that minor movement there was enough room to make the spread. Pretty cool, huh? All right, next slide. Now, folks, what I'm about to show you is what I've been able to do trading gold future options. I'm sharing this because we opened up our futures program, education program, because this is so valuable. Gold today, just to give you an idea, gold today fell 20 bucks. Here's a question for you. How could you make money if gold fell 20 bucks? And you're long? Anybody know? I made money today in gold with the spread I'm putting on because I got zero invested in it. Pretty cool. Now, I told Jonathan to take a snapshot. You will see on my longs, I'm down 13,670, but on my shorts, I'm up 15,710. I have basically been I got a long spreads here, right? How do I make 2,000 bucks? That's the question I'm putting before you. Wouldn't you love to have this in your account? I got 12 of these suckers on. I've been doing it off the reference board. Keep going, Jonathan. I have zero risk on those 12 contracts. My possible gain is 6,000 bucks. I want to stop there and give everybody about 15 seconds to ask questions about what I just showed you. Gold went down today, but yet I made money. Gold goes up Monday, I'm going to make money. No, I was trading calls, John. Let me explain the concept. If you buy a gold option, let's just say for $1, and you sell one higher for $1, how much do you have invested on the spread? Zero. Now, if I go all the way through this cycle of options and I'm not above my lowest strike, I got it spread out from 20, I think I'm long from 25.15 up to 25.60, okay? I think that's what I got. And I've been building this thing. I'm gonna keep building it because they don't expire to December. I'm telling you this because I want you to learn it, okay? Everybody, how many people here could use zero invested, have 12 contracts on, and make 6,000? Anybody use that $6,000? Okay, well, listen up. Joe, I did it. I didn't do all 12 today. I did one today this morning. I did one on that positive reference bar at 9:30. That's how I did it. My goal is to teach anyone who wants to learn these techniques I use to set this trade and take advantage of what I consider maybe the best strategy of my career I ever found. I just found it, what, a week and a half ago, playing around with it, and the futures market will go. Pretty cool. That's what I saw yesterday when we took this slide, and I said, let's go through the steps. Well, trader, there's no margin if you sell the second one for that. To do this, though, I'll tell you up front, you need about $5,000 just to have the post let you get through the gate. Okay? But you get it, it's released instantly back to you when you sell that second option. If you paid 50 and sold it for 50, guess what? You have no money out of your pocket. This is what I saw yesterday. And I did I think I did 3 or 4 of these yesterday. Okay. Okay. That's what I was looking at when I started. I went along that 25.40 option, and I was wanting to sell the 25.45 option for 45, what I paid, right? I had nothing in there, okay? Everybody got that? So 45.45 had nothing, and this is one of my spreads right here. That option on the right today, the one I'm short, is about $28. So I'm up on that one, but I'm down on the 45. Equal, you see where I did? Okay. But the beautiful thing about it, because the one that I sold, it's going to lose value faster than one I'm long. And so I pick up money every day on this thing. Pretty cool, isn't it? This could be the best thing you ever saw, because it really is very methodical using these reference bars. Here's my plan. I will teach you how to do this, along with the micro E-mini. I'll give you the criteria I've developed. I'll show you how simple it is and straightforward it is. Next Wednesday, we'll have another class on it. I did it last Wednesday, but I want to drill it in there to setup, where you got the setup. We keep it simple. Our goal is to get you on 3 or 4 of these things before the end of September, going into October and November. Okay? Now, here's the way I'm doing it. I'm not charging you for it. I should, but I'm not. What I'm doing is you post $1,000 to give you entry into this education. I want to make sure that you're serious about it, number one. When we get to October 1st, you say you've seen enough, give you $1,000 back. Okay? I will expand this after October if you really like it. But I'll teach you how to trade the micro E-mini and gold. That's my promise if you post your 1,000. Okay. Now, keep going. I have master classes already, 4 of them that you'll get when you sign up today. Trading the first hour of the cash market, the E-mini and the micro. Show you how to use future options to trade the E-mini. I started on that, then this got very lucrative and I had to share it, and how to trade gold options. Join today. We'll send you the slides, recordings from our prior sessions, studying over the weekend, and be ready to go next Wednesday. Okay? That's the way we'll do it. Contact Kelly Barber at DTI Trader or Jeffrey Ondraka at DTI Trader. They need to get a hold of you today. So anybody interested, put your email, phone number in here, and we will make sure they get a hold of you and get you set up, because I want you to study this over the weekend if you join me. Jonathan, let's take about a 10-minute break, go put on our weekend side hustle, and give everybody a chance here to get joined. Okay? Type your name, email, and phone number in here if you're going to join, where they'll be on the Outlook to get a hold of you. Okay? Everybody understand the rules. We'll give you your money back October 1st, but get on board for next week's class. Get the training over the weekend. Name, email, and phone number in the chat, and they'll contact you today. All right, Jonathan, put a timer up there for 10 minutes, and I'll come back. We'll look at a live market. I love this. This strategy is so great. My goal is to try to get to 100 of them. There's each week, 10, 12, and 2, you got 3. Plus, I do it in the evening too. So let's just say 5 opportunities, 25. You got 25 opportunities a week to set this thing up. And I'm going to do it every week going into the end of October. But I'm trying to get to 100. That's my goal. Get to 100. If you got any questions, type it in there. I'll answer them. In the meantime, I'm going to go do my weekend side hustle. Yeah, Frank, yeah, that's enough. No problem at all. Plenty of money. You're gonna love it. Boy, we got a lot of people recognize it as a good deal when they see it. Wow. Hope Kelly and Jeffrey get the slides to you and all that. That's great. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Oscar. Wow. Smart. Leave it there. You don't want to go lower than that, Tanya. Hey, thanks, Shirley. Man, I knew this is something everybody would like. Think of the education you're going to get. I wish I'd had futures options when I first learned to trade futures. Futures options are less, to me, they're less emotional than the actual futures themselves. Anybody else trade futures? They believe the same thing with the options. I like the defined risks that you have. I like that. And you don't get whipped in and whipped out. When you're trading the actual futures themselves, that sucker cycles up and down in this volatile market. Pretty interesting, you know? How you like the pivot number I give you every day? Hey, Jeffrey, or Jonathan, remind me to teach that inside the futures class, okay? How I get my pivot every day.
That's a great topic. We'll do.
Yeah, let's do it next Wednesday before we, yeah, that'd be something I'll share with them. That daily pivot to keep you out of trouble. Chris, have you read our white papers on the pivot? Joe, sign up for T-Buzz TV. It's free. How do they sign up for T-Buzz TV? There you go. Totally free, Joe. All right, 10 minutes is up. Give me some feedback before next Wednesday after you go through those tapes. That'll help me prepare to get any questions you might have. Okay. Now, John, let's go to a live market and plug a couple things in there. Okay. Bring up the E-mini, if you will. Draw a line at the high of that bar. Hey, thanks, Denise. Did they finally get it posted? I've got an interview with Roger on my YouTube. Yeah, how you sign up? It's youtube.com/@TBuzzTNT. Some questions that I thought you'd get different takes on, you know? All right, Jonathan, where did this bar, what was the low of it?
Got the low down at 54.18.
Okay. You know where it opened, just off the top of your head?
Well, looks like it opened about 29 here. Seeing our metrics to the left. Everybody, 54.29, record for open.
Did everybody see how he got that? So the way the bar is forming, it opened at its high and then came down, right, Jonathan?
That's right.
Okay. That's the mini. All right, let's look at XLK. Jonathan, set me alert at 202.98 on XLK.
202.98.
All right, let's look at Google on a daily. And I got short this morning at 157.40. See, showing how the power of this method works. I was short at 157.40. Deb Stone asked me, she said, Tom, we were talking and she was short. And I said, it's going to have a little support there at 155, but I think it's going to hit 152.5. Deb, if you're listening, I got my 152.5, but look at that. Look how that thing just fell out of bed. That's Google. We made a trade on this week in one of the programs, didn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep, I think we did. Anybody make a Google trade with me this week?
T-Buzz All-Stars at Connect the Dots.
Yep, it was T-Buzz All-Stars, right. All right, put NVIDIA up there. Let's look at it. iPhone, type your name. If you're still in the trade, you're doing great. Nick, I'll tell you how I did it. Do you remember the day the S&P went to 5120 on that Monday? Put a weekly up there and let me show him.
For Goog,
For Google, yeah. Okay, come over there to that green bar or draw a line at 160.40, be easier to see. It was about August the 5th, I think. See that 160.40 right there? That red bar after that green bar? See it? Should be about 160.40.
Yeah, it was 159.53, the low of this bar right here.
Yeah,
We'd have to go back and look at the reference bar for that day.
yeah.
Might be
But
where you got it from.
I remember I was in the car talking to Jonathan and I lost a little bit of money the first time. I said, they're gonna have to pay me interest on that. Well, the day they paid me interest, took me a month.
Order filled.
All right, John, if I cover all the keys, did you do the QQQ? I'm sorry, did you do QQQ?
That's the daily chart of QQQ.
Do the 30-minute.
Order submitted. Order filled.
What's the high of those two lines right there? That's your resistance area.
Genesis high is 451.12. The next spike up was 450.99, and the one right
Write
before
those numbers down, folks.
we got 450.70.
Yeah, about 451 the way I think about it.
Got
But write
buy
those
zone-
numbers down.
Buy zone entry 451.16. What's that alert at 451.21?
All right, John, if I want to do a trade in the TNT, okay?
What's the ticker?
Let's use the QQQ,
All right, expiration
the 20th,
September 20th.
and I want to buy the 550 put, sell the 540 put.
The 440, you mean?
Yeah,
Or yeah, 440. Well, actually, hang on. What are these strikes we got here?
I'm gonna buy the 450, sell the 440.
The 450, sell the 440. I got that marked at 355.
Yep, that's what I want to do for TNT.
Okay,
Expires the 20th, right?
that is September 20th.
Do it, boys and girls. If you're in TNT, I'll keep up with you on Monday or Tuesday with that trade. Y'all never seen me do a trade like that, have you? Where I pay that kind of money. Now, I'm not doing a lot of them, I'm just doing a few. Reason I did the 20th, folks, is because you got a down month going, and I want to give it a little room. The reason I spread it, in case my market timing's off a little bit. Jonathan, how's those pocket puts going right now? They expire, don't they expire in October?
They're about 15 cents. They do expire in October, mid month expiration. They're about 15 cents.
Hmm. Let's do another one for December, Jonathan. Find me one that I pay about 50 cents for December.
But the monthly December or the end of the month?
Monthly.
Order submitted.
Said you wanted to risk how much?
About 50 cents. Explain what you're doing. And do that all services.
Well, just building a 5 wide, usually use a 5 wide put spread for these pocket puts. And they'll trade until 15 after close, by the way, for those wondering. But simply just built the 5 wide and then moving the strikes around until we find it. And it is the 380 put that you're going to buy, 375 put that you'll sell. That's about 48 cents right now.
If you did get in new bar at 25, I wouldn't chase it. There's better trades. Everybody understand what he did? He's risking 50 cents on a 5 wide for December. All right, let's just review. Every trade I've given you today, while we've been talking, has been bearish, hasn't it? Now you understand why? I'm not looking at the market as cheap. The market's telling me when you're at 54.16. Let's go, Jonathan, take the high of the week and the low of the week, and let's look at the current price against that bar. That's why my bet is that trend's going to continue, at least early in the next week.
Gonna need about 3 minutes to get this alert out to everybody.
Okay, there you go. Take it. Dave got in at 49 cents. Way to go, Dave. All right, the S&P's got resistance at 54.31. How many people glad I tell you I come on Friday and do all this? I'm just curious because it's a lot of work what we do, and I hope it's helping you. Hey, Bob. Thanks, Wade. That's a nice email you sent me, Wade. That's what I like about old Wade. He'll make some money and he'll send me a love letter, and makes me feel good when I see that kind of stuff. You know, you gotta say you can't take all the time. You gotta give, right? Thanks, Diana. That's awful nice of you.
All right, Tom, I can probably finish this up and direct the screen at this point at the same time.
Okay.
Just need a reminder of what you were looking for.
Uh, why don't you review everything we did while we're here, and then, and I'll think about it, because I forgot. I was over at trade, I forgot about it, Jonathan. Y'all remember what I was gonna show when he had to go do something? I was gonna show you something I thought was pretty cute. You there, Jonathan?
All right, we're going to review here. Today is the fourth trade day of the month of September. So what we always do from Tom's process that he taught us, going on 3 years or so, I guess at this point. It's called the first 3-day algo. FTD stands for first 3 days, where we'll mark the high and low from the first 3 days, trade days of the month. And with that high and low, we have a frame to use throughout the month. And we look for the market, the broad market, but also individual stocks to either strengthen up above that range or weaken and go bearish below that range. Are we
So
weakening?
write down that number, 54.90. That's how it has to, even to have a chance to reverse, it's got to get above that. But the monthly open at 56 is your key number for September. Okay. All right, keep going, Jonathan. Keep reviewing.
Posted the slides earlier so you could have these slides in front of you, but we'll post them again. We then looked at daily charts to show you how the market has weakened clearly, breaking down today. Everybody see that? Type yes in the chat if you understand the concept of the first 3 days and understand that the market clearly broke down today when it started trading below the 3-day low.
Yeah, and so if you're in TNT, I said 55.15's the pivot. Look how that would have saved you a fortune today on that chart there. You could be long when you look at that pivot number. Okay. All right. Keep going.
I looked at the NASDAQ, showcased the same thing. They're breaking down. There's the QQQ,
Again,
obviously. What's that, Tom?
what kind of trades did I make today? Bearish. Keep going.
Tom also said in TNT that he was long bonds, long TLT, if you want to trade the ETF variety. It made a new high today. There's XLK, technology ETF. Of course, it's going to be going down if the QQQ and NASDAQ are going down.
See, I didn't like, let me tell you, I don't know, Apple was very strong this morning, and then Apple turned south, and that's why I went with the XLK with one of the programs. I forget which one it was. I said, get short. Okay. Keep going.
And then there's NVIDIA.
That's NVIDIA, right?
Yep.
Keep going. Went through power reference bars. And if you look at today's reference bar at the close, 54.31 is your resistance number coming into Sunday night. Okay. There's some homework for you. It gives a little bit more details about how during that 24 our market, how you got to pay attention. There's the times. I used to tell people, if you can tell time, I can teach you how to do this. And that's the illustration what you're looking for, either an up move or a down move. We got nothing but down moves today, just reverse of that. That Genesis would have kept you short all day from 12 o'clock. We outlined those bars. Remember that 55-35 too. That number would be a reversal number. Okay. There's gold. I'm so proud of this gold, and I hope everybody put their name and email in here, got involved, because I'm going to show you how to have a great Christmas with this thing. That's what my net is at the end of the day today. 15,710 up, down 13,670. I got 12 contracts. I could get out right now with a $2,000 profit, but my guess come Monday, it's going to be higher. Power of options. That's my potential bogey right now, $6,000. I told you I'm going to try to get another 88 of those before the end of September. Chris, it doesn't cost you anything. You have to post $1,000 to get the training, and then I give it back to you at October 1. This is my goal. That's what it looked like yesterday when I did one of my contracts. Right, David. I went long the left option about 45 and sold that right option at 45, got a free look at that spread. That's one of my 12 spreads I did yesterday off that strong reference bar. Here's the plan. Get on board. Now, if y'all fast class, we'll even get further. I'm going to teach futures to you between now and October. Not going to charge you for it. We'll do classes on Wednesday at 10. You pay $1,000 a day. You'll get the master classes we done, totally refundable on October 1 if you don't want to stay. Can't imagine learning something like this. You'd be wondering what I'm putting next, okay? I'm going to teach you during this period to trade the micro E-mini and the gold. Here's the classes we're already done. They've been instructed to send those out to you once you post your $1,000. And all you have to do is contact who they got to contact. I would put 5,000 in there, Barbara. That's what I would do. To get the training, you just need to post $1,000. You just want the training. Now, if you already put your name and email and phone number in there on that first time we went through it, that's okay. But if you just heard it and thinking about would like to get in, be part of it, post your name, email, and phone number where they can get it taken care of today. There's Jerry. Put your email and phone number, Jerry, and we'll get you included. Robert, if you make 100%, pay 50% and get $1, take it. But I'm gonna leave mine open right now. All right, Jerry's on board. All right, Jerry. I hope Kelly Barber or Jeffrey Andre can get a hold of you and get those tapes to you. Kelly, you got to call a lot of people, man. Everybody's jumping on board. I'm glad we came back, Jonathan, did it again. Make sure nobody missed it. Go through those master classes and write questions you have for me, and then I'll cover them Wednesday when we get together. Okay. Hey, Monica. Monica is like a musical name. It sounds so good. Movie recommendation. Go see Reagan. It is unbelievable good, in my opinion. I saw it last Monday on Labor Day. If you're old enough to remember, you'll love this. You'll love it. They did a really good job. Really good job. I was very pleased with everything they did.
Order filled.
Rochelle. Hey, Jonathan. Is Jonathan here?
Yep, been here.
How's that spread we put on the one I bought, the 450, 440?
It's up to about 365. It's about 10 cents or so higher.
That's the way we do it. Anybody else got any questions before we sign off and have a great weekend? I'll see everybody Sunday night. Make sure you go through those master classes. That's important. Make sure Kelly sees all these people she's got to talk to. Oh, side story. Anybody from Wyoming? I had dinner last night with John, your Senator Barrassas, is it? I thought he was a nice guy. Yes, Barbara. Barrasso, yeah. He's a very nice guy, sharp guy. Used to be an orthopedic surgeon. He called himself a rodeo doctor. Nice guy. Yeah, Barbara, anytime you can get free training from me, do it. And I'm not telling you, I'm reading what Edward just typed in there. He paid $10,000 for this training I'm giving to y'all for a deposit. He's smiling. He's been with me so many years I can't remember. All right, Jonathan, just review the overview of all the trades we did during this wrap up. Just tell us out loud what they were.
For the weekend
One
profit,
thing in common.
I think, Tom, you said there's one thing in common. They're all bearish. Say that up front.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
just
we go
go through
from-
it real quick. Just throw it out there.
Be happy to. The Weekend Profits Club XSP. It was a September 9th, 546, 547 credit call spread.
Bearish.
For TNT, it was a September 20th on the QQQ, 450, 440 debit put spread.
Bearish.
Then for all services, also on the QQQ, but expiring December 20th, a 380, 375 debit put spread.
Bearish. Is that all I did?
Those are the three trades right there. All bearish.
I just do what the numbers tell me, folks. That's what the numbers tell me. So, y'all have a good day, good night. As I always say, Tina, yes, just post it and learn, and then in October get it back. Post your email and phone number and they'll get a hold of it and get it taken care of. Jonathan, I'm tired, my friend.
But it was a great week, Tom. You started off the month hot, if you remember, early in the week.
Yeah, what do we have? 5 or 7 winners in a row? Kick off the week?
Yep. Yep. Now we
Hey,
have
if you're new with me, let me just tell you something. Sometimes I will lose. And when I do, you'll see me slow down and figure it out. And then I come back. So I struggled the last week of August. Had a great August, so overall, but struggled. And I came back like on fire Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. Thanks, Roger. All right. As I always say, I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you.